Welcome again to Coding School. I am Shivani. In our previous video, we have studied about Introduction to Programming Languages. In this video, we will study about difference between procedural, object-oriented and functional programming languages. To cover this topic, we have to first learn about what are the programming paradigms. It's just a fundamental style of computer programming, that how you write or organize your code. It's not a special feature exposed by the browser. It's really just how you structure your code and how you reason about your program you are writing. Further, it is divided into two parts, imperative and declarative. Imperative deals with how a program works and declarative deals with what a program does. See the difference? Take an example like build a house imperatively. Imperatively house कैसे बनाएंगे? चलो अपन बनाते हैं. See, in imperative the instructions like build the foundation, put in the framework, install the utilities, add the walls and finishing touches. 5 instructions are there. In this program, you told the exact steps in order to build the house. I have told you all the steps and you have to follow all these steps in order to arrive at a finished product. Now, build a house declaratively. I don't care how you build it, but I want a nice fireplace and a big kitchen. In this program, I have told you the outputs that I want. In short, it means मुझे तो अच्छा घर चाहिए, कैसे भी बनाओ बट चाहिए तो चाहिए. Further, we will move to procedural programming languages. What are the procedural programming languages? It is about writing the list of instructions to tell the computer what to do step by step. It relies on procedures and routines. If I say procedures or routines, we all are familiar with an example like आज से तो पक्का पढ़ूंगा. Then we will start to study, make the timetable for 3 hours. Waste time on mobile. Again waste time on mobile with guilt. Then कल से पक्का पढ़ूंगा. See, in procedural, instructions are going in series and it follows the linear top-down approach. If I discard the first instruction like आज से तो पक्का पढ़ूंगा, it means the further steps are discarded automatically. The topmost module gets failed. Then in this approach, the written code directly instructs the responsible device as how to complete a certain task efficiently and effectively by adhering to the logical steps. Then it comes under the category of imperative language. It means all the instructions are given by the program and you have to make a finished product. Languages like Basic, C, Fortran, Pascal. C is the language that comes under the procedural and object-oriented both. For example, if I say write a program to drive a car, I ask the driver to take the keys, go to the car, start the car. And if any of the procedure is missing, then it's hard to debug. That's why they have introduced the concept of object-oriented programming language. For example, language like Java, if I take the example of car, in this, the driver is the object, key is the object, car is the object. Everything in this language is treated as an object. To have a control on these objects, they have introduced the concepts like class, object, abstraction, inheritance, encapsulation and polymorphism. Comes in the world of OOP that we will study in our next video. Object-oriented programming is difficult to examine in the context of imperative versus declarative programming because it truly doesn't represent either. OOP is beast of its own that tries to emulate the real world through code. So please pause your video and take a look on this basic difference between these two paradigms. Now we have entered into something functional programming languages. Tan-tan-tan. It is based on lambda calculus. It tries to bind everything in the form of mathematical functions. Languages like R, Scala, Clojure. The program written in functional programming behaves exactly similar to the mathematical function. For example, fx equals to x plus 1. Here, for any given value of x, the output of x plus 1 is always constant. For example, f2 equals to 2 plus 1 equals to 3. f5 equals to 5 plus 1 equals to 6. It means the output of x plus 1 is always constant. And in programming, the function int takes a parameter int x and return the value of x plus 1. Here we keep our function and data separate. See, functional programming has more brevity. Brevity means it is all about number of lines of code. If they are very less, is called brevity. For example, if I write a code in 20 lines and the same thing I have written in 5 lines, that is brevity. We can control the things in object oriented, we can bind the function, but in functional programming subtypes are partially applied function, call by value, call by reference. These types are provided in functional programming to really have control on functions. If you see in object oriented world, we can write a function, but we don't have that much flexibility in the function. That's why a question arises, why functional programming? It is more in line how human thinks and understand their world around themselves. See, object-oriented programming language is most widely used by the programmers due to its modular approach and ease it offers in developing an enterprise solution, whereas functional programming find their implementation in the likes of machine learning, artificial intelligence, data science, and in several other domains. Let's take a yummy example. When you make a cake, you get eggs, flour, water, sugar, etc. and mix them together to get the desired cake. Every time you want to make a sponge cake, you will use the same ingredients, but if you want to make a black forest, the ingredients are different but similar. So functional programming is similar. Every time you write a new program, some things are representable. It means your ability to reuse the code to do the same actions as a function is vastly improved. That's why instead of having to rewrite everything from scratch, core components can be reused. This is it, guys. I really hope you have learned something from this video. Do share with your friends and please smash that like and subscribe button. Do comment your views on this video. Thanks for watching.